Saturday night boys hoops from inside of the Furnace features an exciting non-league matchup between a pair of conference contenders. Danville, riding a 6-game win streak out of the KMAC, looks for their 12th victory of the season against Mid-Buckeye Conference leading Mansfield Christian. And you can watch all the action live and free exclusively here on the OH Report. I've got your pregame coverage along with opening tip-off. Fall coming up next.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach.
Do it again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again. Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done. Yes, coach.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
This is the Central Star Home Health pregame show, tipping off your Saturday night with a fun non-conference clash. Danville on the road here inside of Mansfield Christian, just a few minutes away from going down at the Furnace. Welcome to the home of the Flames, everybody. I am Brian Skoronsky. My sidekick tonight, Noah Reeder, will be chiming in with all the stats that you need to know. Two teams here trying to extend win streaks tonight and close out the week at 3-0, so quite a bit riding on this game here inside of the Furnace. You're looking at the visiting team, the Danville Blue Devils, seeking their 7th consecutive victory, and right now sitting in second place in the KMAC. Their only loss in the league coming against undefeated Fredericktown. Other than that, they've only suffered a defeat. That was against Newark Catholic, and they've won their last 6 games by a combined 156 points. So break down the math, that's about 26 points per game on the margin of victory. And this is one of the best shooting teams in North Central Ohio. Better than 55% inside of the arc, 41% from downtown. That is a ridiculous number, and that's why they're off to one of their best starts in program history. They've been playing hoops for 105 years at Danville, and this is one of the 4 or 5 best starts that they have ever enjoyed. and they just scored a massive win Tuesday night as well on the reservation over Mount Gilead to stay within striking distance of Fredericktown with that rematch coming up here next week. I'm going to spotlight Parker Proper tonight, the freshman. Hey, welcome to high school, buddy. He has been a huge contributor for the Blue Devils in multiple sports already. The starting quarterback for a football team that made a regional championship appearance, and he shoots nearly 50% from downtown and leads a veteran team in scoring. Still needs to develop a bit as a playmaker, but he has got great size, and he's a big-time player at both ends of the floor. With that 6'2 frame, he shoots up and over the top of the defense. He also defends with what you would think a coach's kid would. He's got the fundamentals and the basics, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this youngster perform here tonight. Parker Proper, our player spotlight. Before we tell you about Mansfield Christian and their journey up to this point in the season, 7 victories right now through their first 11 games, we are going to wait for first the prayer that is customary here within the furnace. John Mark Young, one of our fantastic sponsors, on the mic here for the boys game. He's going to break down the prayer, and then we will have our national anthem before we jump into our team spotlight for the Flames, and then you'll learn as well about my player spotlight tonight, and I'm going with a dude named Bubba. Going to be a fun atmosphere here inside of the furnace, as it always is. One of the great small school gyms in the entire area. Love coming here. And now, if you're able, please rise at home even, and let's get ready with the playing of our national anthem. It's time for the Star Spangled Banner. Got the Flames pep band here in the house too, so just adds a little bit extra. Got to tip your cap to the Flames pep band, setting the stage here tonight. And speaking of those Flames, the home team looking to go 3-0 on the week. Gotten off to a nice start after losing kind of the bulk majority of their scoring to graduation, and then they lose a big-time player in Davion Mack, who transferred out of the district. And looking out here so far for 3 wins this week, like I said, including a wire-to-wire victory last night on the road at Crestline. That was a big one for them to maintain tied for first place in the Mid-Buckeye Conference. Their scoring rises slightly when playing here at home, and they've been defending very well. It's a team whose calling card has kind of become playing defense so far this season. The numbers would support that, holding 5 of their last opponents under 50 points, actually to 47 or less. And if you do that, you're going to be victorious more often than not. We're going to spotlight Bubba Morrow, starting to find a groove after his return into the lineup. Led the team in scoring last night, as well as at Hillsdale last weekend. He's the top scoring threat on the season for MC and shoots it pretty darn well from beyond the arc, 34%, but he is absolutely lights out when he gets to the free throw line. He has seldom missed so far this season. Doesn't attack a ton, so his attempts aren't quite what you would like from a dude who strokes at 90% from the charity stripe. But certainly Bubba is a kid that can initiate the offense, and if he gets a crease or a window from downtown, he's going to put it up and try his luck at trying to bury a big-time triple. Coaching staff for Danville is being announced as we're about to meet their starting lineup. But first, the non-starters here tonight for the Flames. And here are my keys to victory for MC. You got to be able to slow down the gameplay. The Devils absolutely thrive in transition. They're kind of a positionless squad where they'll play 5 out at times and can really get up and down the floor. And then keep them off the glass. Limit their second chance opportunities. The easy ones, the bunnies, can be killers by the end of the night. Flames a little bit undersized, a lot of football players on the opposite end of the arena tonight, so you've got to do your best to get a man-on-a-man block out and try to keep Danville limited to just one shot on their offensive possessions. So there are the non-starters for the Flames, as we'll bring it back down here and show you who's going to be out on the floor first here tonight for the Danville Blue Devils. Wesley Payne, now in his senior campaign, he averages 8 points per game. He's up off of the bench first. Carson Proper, also a senior, will be joined in the starting lineup by junior Aiden Mickley, second leading scorer so far this season for Danville. Ashton Spalding having a great season so far. And then Owen Gromberg, who's up for Coach B's Baller this week, getting the starting nod here tonight for the Blue Devils. My keys to victory: you gotta stay hot from three. It is crazy how well they have shot it from beyond the arc. Absolute momentum changer. And then limit the Flames in transition. It is a small court here, so there's no excuses getting back defensively to try to slow down. I think kind of specifically to some early momentum for Mansfield Christian. Can't let them get off to a hot start here, where this gym always hot, hence the nickname the Furnace. And even though it's kind of cold outside, certainly the weather in here never ever is. Don't let them match that with their intensity and get off to an excellent start tonight. And Blue Devils just might extend their win streak to 7 in a row. Here's the starters now for Mansfield Christian. Joshua Hillman, right around 4 points per game for him. Also contributes with a couple of rebounds. Landon Cyphers averaging 9 points per game, a couple of boards as well for the senior. That is our player spotlight. I already know all the numbers for Blaine Morrow so far this season. 12 points per game, shooting 34% from long range and 90 from the free throw stripe. Josiah Schleusner, second leading scorer on the team. Double-figure score with 11.1 points per game. And then Hudson Stiegel, fan favorite around here, can knock down open looks when he's got them. He's right around 3 points per game. Couple of rebounds and about a steal per night. That'll put a bow on our Central Star Home Health pregame show, as we are all set for action here inside of the Furnace. Scoring plays and your scoreboard presented this season by Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. It's the opening tip, back tapped here by Cyphers, and we are officially underway. It's going to be the Flames with the first possession. Looking to run through their offense. Cyphers never saw an open look he didn't like. Tipped around, offensive rebound. The Flames get it underneath, halfway home, limped out for Landon. Tough break for him right there. We'll try to get back to work. Danville with their opening possession. Here's Payne off the drive. Devils are known for being patient on offenses. That one is up and through, and the first points belong to Wesley Payne tonight. Cyphers off the kick out, baseline drive up and under. Body's hitting the deck, tied up, and we'll get a jump ball. Payne initiates the offense, left side. Looking for the back cut off of the screen, kind of a mess of bodies. And a traveling violation will be the call against Gromberg. First giveaway tonight here for the Blue Devils coming on their second possession. Mishandle on the pass opportunity. Josh Hillman couldn't handle it. So some nice looks so far here offensively. Aggressive on that end for the Flames, but they're empty-handed, trailing by 2. And Danville looking to add to their lead. Swing pass 3 is up, and it finds the bottom. Mickley drains it, and they continue to just enjoy the view anytime they've got that downtown look. Maybe the best three-point shooting team in North Central Ohio so far this season. Getting aggressive here, looking to trap defensively out of their zone look. Now they'll switch up, slide back into a man-to-man, half court, still trying to trap. Up over the top, easy money inside. Hillman breaks the scoreless streak here for the Flames. Hillman halfway to his average, just under 4 points per game, and the aggressor that time defensively, I think he got a little piece of that shot from Carson Proper. Schlusner had it tipped out of his hands. A turnover here for the Flames. Looking to get it right back. Josiah, active hands. Danville, though, able to get it back, and they switch to 3. What a turnaround where it felt as though they were going to give it away there on that possession. Instead, it's a big-time triple Gromberg on the board. They had Cyphers all alone on the block. They'll settle for a deep 3 back iron. And we're heading the other direction. Let's take a look at our first replay of the night presented by Knox Community Hospital. And like I said, big break, huge shot. Gromberg from straight away pushes the cushion out to 6. Three ball, Cyphers can't hit. Tipped around. Morrow with an offensive board. Flames doing a nice job in that department so far, battling at the offensive end down in the trenches. Morrow comes near side. Off the handoff here, Cyphers. Danville not giving an inch. Half court, man-to-man here defensively. Really suffocate you, and you see they don't allow much cushion out there. Force you to have to earn it off the drive. As Morrow tries to here, but it's knocked away, and here comes the freshman, our spotlight tonight. Proper in transition. Hit the ankles of the intended target, Mickley, and that'll lead to a jump ball. That's a part of his game that'll continue to get better. Parker Proper right now, a great offensive weapon. Just under 2 assists per game. Probably should have had one on that last look in transition. Here's Hudson Stiegel. Blocking foul, not a lot there, and I see head coach Matt Proper kind of throwing up his hands. He didn't really appreciate the call either. We'll show you why right here. That's pretty touchy. First foul against either side halfway through this opening quarter. Josiah makes the catch. Now here's Hudson looking to clear it out. Get into a half-court set, but threw a missile right there. It's like a Brett Favre pass down into the shin region, and Morrow wasn't able to bring it in. Turnover number 5 already for Mansfield Christian. On pace here for about 40 in the game, so they'll certainly have to cool that out. Foul line, Jay, and a friendly roll on the road. Ashton Spalding contributes about 9 points per competition, his first couple of the night. Of the 10 points, all different scores. Five wide right now, playing up top. The Flames get a wide open look. Morrow got to be able to knock those down. Probably the best look that he's going to have tonight. Transition, Josiah gets back involved, but he's not able to keep it in. Replays tonight brought to you by Knox Community Hospital, and can't really tell there from our angle. But the referees say last touched by MC as the Devils put up a quick trigger 3. It was Mickley. And they'll get a second look. Cyphers gambling. Open shooter is Proper. And they'll get a third opportunity now as he drips it underneath. Extra pass, counted and one. Blue Devils sharing the basketball. Gets into the hands of Carson Proper. Love that extra pass inside. Spalding surrounded and was able to thread the needle. 10-point lead now for the Devils. Excellent start for them and a chance to scoop one more on top. Proper on the season. Only a 27% foul shooter. Able to bury that one. And it's a quick 11-point hole right now for Mansfield Christian. And offensively, even though they've had the turnover problems, they've certainly had some good looks. They'll get one here. Skip pass to the corner, but icy cold from the perimeter right now. Flames have been settling. Short corner jumper, too strong, and Proper able to stick it in. Timeout taken by head coach Kerry Craner. Timeouts presented by the Killbuck Savings Bank tonight. Excellent run going, 15-2 spurt here for the Blue Devils to get the party started. Want to wish a warm welcome to everybody out there watching tonight on YouTube Channel 1, along with the OH Report and BS Media Productions Facebook page. See Bill Riley out there cheering on the Devils, says go Blue. Daniel Stotts always finds his way into our comments section. He's a Flames fan tonight, as is Misty Kelly and Chris Deal. Cheryl Schultz-Sheldon says go Devils. It's your comments coming in right now on the Facebook stream over on YouTube Channel 1. Still waiting for our first comment to roll in. Got the live chat open though, folks, so hit me up. Let me know where you're watching from here tonight. So that's an air ball 3 from Stiegel. Third look. And the fourth is the charm here for the Flames. Breaks the drought. Stiegel working underneath. Offensive rebound and putback. Gets the deficit back down to 11. Danville got him spread wide. Proper from the foul line. And it's a one and done. Cypher skies in second level. Defensive rebound. Morrow, the lefty, buries a big triple. 5-0 run here for Mansfield Christian. A good side now for them. Let's get their top scoring threat. Filling it from long range, burying that last three. Oh, how about that pass, backdoor cut. 2 more points for Mickley. He's got 5, as does number 5, Carson Proper. 10 to the 17. Meanwhile, Cyphers defended on the interior, wasn't able to bury that shot in the lane. And Danville continuing to push the pace. 2 more points. On pace for about 80 right now here inside the Furnace. Stiegel with the pass underneath. Cyphers had a look at it, elected to pass it up. Now here's Josiah spinning inside. Good look. Goes off the square. Gets it back down to 10. Final 20 seconds here, opening frame. Hot shooting start for Danville, but they've had plenty of these. Great move to the cup, but Gromberg too strong. Try again. He's got the second chance points. Gromberg now with 5. And the lead stretched back out to a dozen. Huge 3, though, at the horn. Buried by Josiah to close out the quarter and take us to a 60-second break. We'll be back here on the campus of Mansfield Christian with your second quarter action coming up here in just a couple.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
.21-12 start here in the House of the Flames. Danville on top and been doing a great job so far battling on the boards. As we'll now welcome in Noah Reeder, Mansfield Christian student in our broadcast department. He's been tracking all the numbers. Let's first talk about the rebounding and what you're seeing so far in that phase of the game.
Both teams have been absolutely crashing the rebounds, both tied up with 8. And MCS has really been giving up those rebounds with turnovers.
How many so far giveaways in the department there for Mansfield Christian?
5 turnovers for the Flames with only 5 shots made. They're gonna have a battle to get back.
So not exactly what you want if you're Mansfield Christian. And here's Proper attacking. Danville does a nice job getting up and down the floor, and I'm also noticing in transition the Flames struggling a little bit. What's your thoughts on kind of the pace of play here at this point, in Mansfield Christian being on kind of the other half, where I don't think they want to play at this pace, Noah, but they'd certainly like that at the half court.
Yeah, obviously Danville's really been pushing them, and every time the Flames try to slow it down, it's just a real press with that man coverage.
One number I do like, though, you mentioned the 5 turnovers. Here's one jumping in the passing lane. Then the Flames tried to cook it there. That was your brother, JR, going to the cup. You'll have to talk to him about that a little bit later, finishing off those points as we get a foul here at the other end. And Danville will be going to the free throw line. Flames starting to shoot it better, though, from beyond the arc. Danville was the team coming into this game, but that's kind of been their specialty. But 3 makes right now for Mansfield Christian. They might have to rely on that a little bit more.
Yeah, obviously they're shooting the 3 better than Danville right now with their 2 threes made.
Lefty leaves that one short on the front of the rim. Carson, as we detailed, not a great foul shooter, 28% on the year. Be looking for just his 7th make. Able to knock that one down, and the lead stretched out to 24-15. Appreciate the insight there, Noah. We'll have him back on at halftime. He'll break down all of the numbers from the first 2 quarters of action. Flames working it around. Fresh player back into the mix here, Denver Elliott, part of that senior class. Plenty of them out here for MC this season. As this is going to be tipped out of bounds, and Coach Proper was saying maybe that's off of the Flames. See if we can tell from this angle. Not really. So possession, we'll keep it down here with MC. Come up top for Schleusner. Here's Josiah surveying. Got Bryson Weinmiller working his way in the paint right now. 4 out. Now Cyphers turns into traffic, sets it up for Reeder. Extra pass now. Cyphers cannot seem to lose the freshman. Parker keeping up with them stride for stride. Now Denver tried to make a one-handed catch. They'll go out of bounds. As the giveaways continue here for MC, but they had the only 5 turnovers in the first quarter within the first 4 minutes. Then they settled it down, none over the next 4. Danville able to speed them up a bit here in the early portion of quarter number 2. Blue Devils have been riding a hot streak right now, looking for 7 consecutive victories. And the KMAC, it's pretty top-heavy this year, but some good competition. Coming off of a huge win against Mount Gilead, a big rival of theirs on the reservation. And how about this read? Hillman! Nice hezzy in the lane, and he'll put it up and in. As we've got a player down on the floor. And up a little bit gimpy right now, Parker Proper. Parker hobbles his way here over to the Danville bench. Let's see if we can show you on the replay exactly what happened. I think he just stepped perhaps right on Hillman's foot. And he looks like he's in a decent amount of pain right now. So Proper, actually, he's heading into the locker room, I think, to get some treatment from the Mansfield Christian medical staff. As that was a 3 knockdown there from Mickley. He's got a couple from long range now. Leads everybody with 8 points. It's a lead back up to 10. Flames looking to dig into that. Josiah, hard attack. But that's been the problem. Mansfield Christian off the dribble drive. They've been able to get to the rim, just have not capitalized much at all. But Reeder, almost snuck in and stole that one away. Briggs Wallace, the freshman, able to regain it. Spalding trying to slow things down. Reeder matched up on him as he steps back onto the Flames logo. Now the freshman Wallace lobs over near side. Short corner for Spalding. Oh, great feed and the left-handed finish down on the block. Great pass that time from Briggs. Wallace averages off the bench, if I'm looking right, I think about 3 assists per game. So really brings a lot of juice into the lineup. As you see Hillman lose his balance, and easy money the other way for Mickley. Football score now 31-17 here on this divisional Saturday for the NFL as we get an and one. Finally the Flames able to cap one off the drive. Josiah heading to the free throw line, looking for that old-fashioned three-point play. Goes away from the screen, domineering down the lane like a fullback. Hung onto that thing, and he puts it up and in. Right hand, left side. Schleusner, one of the better free throw shooters on the team, and only 61%, so not a great percentage. but he buries that one inside of the Killbuck Savings Bank free throw zone. Trims it back down to 11. And a bad pass, Wallace forcing this one. Got in between taking a jump stop, and I think what happened that time too was Owen Gromberg, instead of staying out on the perimeter and giving him a three-point threat, started to slowly make his way into the paint. So the Devils give that one away, and that is their 6th turnover so far. Most of them coming here in the second quarter. The Flames have kind of ratcheted up their intensity on the defensive end of things, but Danville doing the same here. Spalding with the theft. Extra pass, Wallace. Not a great shooter, but he can certainly do this. Briggs, couple hops off the lid, and secured by Hillman. Schlusner looking to size him up. Down the lane, sets up Morrow, catch and release. Too much sauce. Back and forth, but you'll get that. I mean, this is a tiny gym here, folks. Definitely not regulation. And that's why it feels like it's always a fast pace when you're here inside of the furnace. As Stiegel able to track down that long rebound right into his hands. Hudson better than 2 rebounds per game average. Five-second violation. Caught in no man's land there was Joshua Hillman. Wallace checks out. Carson Proper returning into the mix. Parker still in the locker room. Probably getting his ankle taped up. Be interesting to see if he's able to return tonight. Cyphers, foot race. Got there and I think pushed down. We're going to get a foul. So go against Danville and the aggressive nature there of Mickley. These two kids battling, but the right hand in the small of the back ended up making the difference. Schlusner's done a nice job of being in control so far tonight. Cypher sleeking down the baseline, sets up Morrow. Buries his second triple. Good sign here for MC. So they've got it back down to 8, but this has been kind of that boundary where once they've got there, Danville swelled it back up to 10, 11, 12. But the Flames will catch a break here. They're going to get the possession. Show you that last dribble drive kick out. And look at the 5 blue jerseys all surrounding Landon. Nice job of popping the triple that time for Bubba. They're going to open him up again. Blaine, same spot, same result. Back-to-back triples. And he thought he should be at the free throw line as well. I don't disagree. Fair amount of contact out there on Blaine Morrow. 9 points now. Top scoring threat here for MC. It's on the floor and into the hands of Josiah. Looking to keep cooking here. They pulled within 5. A little too fast with the basketball here. You can sense my little bit of frustration just kind of went off of the toe right there for Josiah because it felt like they had all the momentum, and that's an absolute killer for him. Turnover, back over to the Devils, who opportunity if they want to hold for the final shot. That's definitely not their style of basketball, though, as you see right here. Long 3, back iron. Now here comes Schlusner. Got in a bit of a foot race right now. Stiegel off the turn, deflected, but Hillman going to launch. Not even close. It'll be secured by Gromberg. Pace keeping up. Mickley off the attack. Double team. Didn't care. Still chucked it up. Poked away from Cyphers. So it'll be MC basketball. 11 ticks still showing on the clock, and this is the closest they've been since about midway through that first quarter. So a really massive possession right now for the Flames to try to keep it going, trim it down to perhaps a single possession. Cyphers can't do it. And that is how the first half will come to a close. Got a good game going right now here in this non-conference showdown. Devils lead it by 5 here at the break. But we've got Blaine Morrow down on the floor. We'll give you an update on what's going on with that. Plus, we'll bring back in Noah Reeder for your first half stats when we return after a quick message from our partner sponsors.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut, Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach. Do it again? Again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Brody, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You're enjoying live and free high school basketball to tip off your Saturday night. Thanks to our friends at Central Star Home Health. When you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. Whitaker Myers, locally owned financial planner that boasts the endorsement of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. Knox Community Hospital is in the community for the community. Spherion Mid-Ohio, proud to support their local athletes because they know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Since 1900, the Killbuck Savings Bank has been proud to serve their community with dedication, integrity, and commitment to your financial success. They marked a milestone last year, 125 years of building relationships, empowering dreams, and growing together with you. And finally, the Sutton Bank, where you can earn cash rewards of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. We now welcome you back inside the furnace for your halftime show presented by Central Star Home Health. 31-26 right now is the score. A huge first quarter for Danville, 21 points, but MC with a 14-10 advantage in the second quarter gets themselves back into the game. I am Brian Skronsky. Noah Reeder, my sidekick here tonight from the Mansfield Christian Media Department, has been tracking all of the numbers so far, Noah, and I want to get your insight first on just the game as a whole before we talk about it by the digits and what you think about the strong first quarter for Danville and then the better second quarter for Mansfield Christian.
Well, obviously in that first quarter, Danville completely controlled the pace. In the second quarter, MCS really slowed it down, really played their game, and that's what was able to get them to create shots, get those three-pointers down.
Yeah, the three-pointers are going to be the number that you're going to be really talking about here as we'll bring up these first half stats for you, brought to you by Central Star Home Health. And the 5 threes, obviously, that's a huge difference maker, and it swung the momentum. It's got them right back in the game.
Yeah, it obviously has. And Blaine Morrow has really been raining down those threes, and him being down on the court at the end of the first half, MCS is going to be praying for his return.
Yeah, certainly they're going to want the hot shooting of Morrow. 9 points, everything coming from beyond the arc for them. Parker Proper also down with an injury on the flip side for Danville, their leading scorer, one of their top playmakers. He has not emerged out of the locker room yet, so perhaps the top 2 scoring threats could be lost here for the remainder of the night. Mansfield Christian not on the floor yet. We're not quite sure if Blaine is going to be able to participate in the third and fourth quarters. And looking at the numbers here for Mansfield Christian, boy, it was just an absolutely horrid start for them in terms of the giveaways. They had 5 turnovers in 4 minutes. Since then, they've done a nice job. Over the last 12, only 5 more turnovers. What have you seen from them that's kind of cleaned things up a bit?
I mean, pace is the name of the game, honestly. MCS is a very slow-moving basketball team that likes to swing the ball and create their own shots. But when they get pressed like that, then it creates sloppiness, and that's where you get all those turnovers from.
Can't fall into the trap that Danville has set at different stages so far throughout the night, just trying to get that run and gun up and down the floor. Certainly we feel like it would favor the Blue Devils if they're able to dictate the pace and keep that going. As the Flames do emerge now out of the locker room, still no signs of 24, and not a good sign, of course, if you're the Flames.
Yeah, if they lose Blaine, it's a big loss for them. Obviously, he's led in scoring multiple times this year. And honestly, he's going to be – those threes add up. They do.
Yeah, better than 12 points per game so far this season. We'll show you his player spotlight card one more time. Blaine Morrow, a.k.a. Bubba. Do most people at school call him Bubba?
A lot of people do, myself included.
So that's why we've got it up there in quotations. He's actually listed on one of my rosters as Bubba Morrow. So it's like super official anytime the nickname makes it onto the actual player card.
Yep, we call him that in baseball too. He's our first baseman.
The son of a baseball coach as well, Blaine Morrow, and you see the numbers for him. And the 34% from long range, that's really what they're going to miss most. And specifically Danville, they're going to try to really pressure you. They crash hard down in the lane as well anytime there is dribble penetration. So looking to get Bubba Morrow back up on his feet and out here for the second half. I do see over on the flip side our player spotlight for the Devils. There is Parker Proper, number 1, over in the corner. He's going to try to give it a go here. We'll see how much lift he's able to have on that ankle.
Yeah, and I saw him walking on the sideline with his shoe off, so him being back is a great sign for them. I'm sure they're going to try and limit his minutes, though.
Take a second look at our player spotlight for Mr. Proper, the 9th leading scorer in the KMAC. So Danville, it's really scoring by committee as you've seen so far tonight. He's about 13 points per game. Mickley adds a dozen. Spalding's right around 10. And then they've got Payne at 8. Proper with 7. Gromberg with 7. So a lot of key contributors. But this kid really can fill it up. Love what we've seen so far this season from the freshman. starting quarterback for a team that goes all the way to the third to last weekend of the season as well for the Blue Devils. So just an excellent start to his high school career so far. As we're about a minute away from getting third quarter action going. Make some bold predictions for me in the second half, Noah. Mansfield Christian wins if
they control the pace and they really work on defense. Obviously, I'm a bit biased here, but J.R. Reeder has impeccable defense, and you've seen it all year long. And even in the start of that second quarter, he came in, he was on top of it every single time. I think he got one steal and almost two more.
So look for Reeder to be a big impact performer on the defensive side of things, as the Flames will start with the basketball, and we put a bow on our halftime report. Good stuff from Noah. We'll hear from him again at the start of the fourth. Flames starting with the lineup that was on the floor to begin tonight's competition. Great ball movement, well, minus Morrow, of course. They've got Weinmiller out there in his absence. As a long rebound tracked down by Cyphers. Schlusner tries the baseline drive, ripped away there. Carson was able to get a right hand on it. You can get the stampede coming the other way. Here's Danville trying to force it down on the block, threading the needle to Mickley and couldn't get home. So we've got a turnover on each side here in the first 45 seconds as Weinmiller launches from the rafters. It's a 2-point game. Huge shot from Bryson, already at a scoring average of 3.1 points. And you see MC, they're starting to pick it up, gambled a bit, and it leads to 2 points here from Spalding. And that was still a great read. Spalding spinning, head fake, missed it. A little too hard off the glass, but it's tracked down here by Gromberg, leading to the 3 front iron. And the Flames cannot seem to track it down, and one. Devils, Scott Gromberg going to the free throw line. Great possession for them. Third opportunity off a pair of offensive rebounds. Boom! Able to put it in and send it at the free throw line. Looking for one more inside the Killbuck Savings Bank free throw zone. Danville stretching their lead back out to 6. Can make it a 3-score game with a made FT right here. Right side of the rim, so it stays at 35-29. Schlusner with another rebound. Josiah's been solid here tonight. It's a bad pass by Weinmiller out of the corner, and this is exactly how we saw the first quarter begin for the Flames, where it was just plenty of ill-advised passes. A lot of that has to do with the Danville pressure on the perimeter. They're going to add to their lead here with Carson Proper threading it underneath. Spalding had to really work his way for that shot attempt. Flames had him in a crowd. Now they've got the basketball. Just about 2 minutes gone by, third quarter. Trying to get this back down. Great backdoor cut, and Stiegel able to cap it off. Good look. They find Hudson. He's got 4. Tipped away, another turnover. Hillman with the theft. They'll get it to Cyphers. Whalen and Dillon. How about Landon in the spinorama, and it's trimmed back down to 2. Consecutive buckets for MC. Showing a different look now, 1-2-2 zone. And a great read again defensively. Josiah tipped it away. Back-to-back giveaways here for the Blue Devils. So they're going to get Parker Proper set at the scores table. We'll see how effective the freshman can be after getting hobbled a bit in that first half. Had to go to the locker room. Well short on the three-point attempt. Josiah tracks it down off the Cyphers miss. Landon again, left side, fouled. And he's got 2 free throws coming up in his future. Landon Cyphers staying in attack mode. A little late there by Aiden Mickley to get involved off the help. So Cyphers now enters our Killbuck Savings Bank free throw zone. Buries the first. He cannot up this game. We've had 0 ties or lead changes so far. It has been Danville from the jump. Two for 2, a perfect trip for Landon at the free throw line. Only shoots 50% on average. 100% that time. He's now got 4 points, but wow, look at the defense. Here comes Landon. Head of steam, straight to the rack, count it. Flames take the lead for the first time tonight. And you feel the pendulum of momentum since the end of that second quarter. It has swung in favor of the home team. Cyphers using that height advantage to just go right up and over the freshman. And he's at the line looking to go 3 for his last 3. Left it short, plus a lane violation. So the lead stays at 2 here for MC, and what a welcome sight after, I mean, they fell behind really early in this game. Slowly unburied themselves over about the last 8 minutes of gameplay. If memory serves, Danville led by as many as 13 or 14. So it's been quite the swing. Here's Briggs through the double team. They'll swing it here near side. Short corner off the bounce. Good take, but it's left short by Carson. Blue Devils in a bit of a funk right now. Meanwhile, Schluster, the lob, fouled. It's going to be a 3rd team foul against Danville. He'll go on Carson Proper, just going to be his first personal. Josiah, not a very confident looking stroke right there. Kind of fell away from the free throw line on the release. Have a chance for one more. He's right around 61% at the charity stripe this year. Three-point game. Tipped away. Oh, kind of lucky there for the Devils to maintain this. See, they tried to get it to Proper at the free throw line. It was poked away, but right into the hands of Bryson Burke. Briggs Wallace starts between a couple defenders. The floater, bit much behind it. Hillman with a strong board. He averages about 4 of those per evening. Oh, the lane parts. Landon attacks, and a timeout taken now by the Devils. Look at this spurt. 14-4 right now going for Mansfield Christian. And they've been getting an excellent run right now from Cyphers. He's got 8 points, most of them coming right here in this third quarter. And MC, the run and play right now, they're dictating the pace. And then offensively, Danville looks out of sorts. They're really having trouble just dealing with Mansfield Christian and kind of the length that they have out on the perimeter. Cyphers, obviously he's got those Coco gadget arms, and he's really been a menace for him. Josiah as well. Done a great job on the outside. Got some new comments flowing in. Misty Kelly giving Noah a thumbs up for the reporting. Shout out to Mr. Reader. Marcus Davis cheered on the Flames tonight. We've got Port Charlotte, Florida representing. Thanking the OH Report for the coverage. That's Cheryl. Thank you for tuning in. Also, Wisconsin. Got Gene out there tuning in, cheering on the Flames. Deb Ridgway, appreciating that we got the Blue Devils away from home tonight on the live streams. Marcus says, just relax, fellas. I presume he's got to be talking to MC. And boy, have they. What a run they are on right now, and you can see the confidence. It's starting to boil up a bit here for the Flames, and Cyphers has been right at the peak of the spear for that. Wallace the setup, and a short jumper is buried. Good sign as Gromberg ends what was a nice scoring stretch here for the Flames. He's got 9 points, second most on the team, and now he's got the steal. Pushing it ahead, tough angle right there. Defended nicely by Hillman, but we'll get a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Wesley Payne. Doing some work down in the lane. Show this replay to you off of the steal. Stiegel looked like tried to tap it out. Wasn't able to get a piece on it. And that sends Payne here to the line. Wesley on the season, 12 of 28 from the free throw line. So the free throw zone has not been too kind. As a unit, Danville actually shoots only 55%. So if you want to kind of diagnose a weakness for this team, I think certainly that would stand out. And we'll get a lane violation. So it's an empty trip. And the lead stays at 3 here. And the Flames back with the basketball. Danville, I love what they're doing here. It's a 1-2-2, and then they kind of match up. And they'll get a turnover out of it. Show you the replay. The pass to Reader down in the corner, and I think deflected first by Spalding and last off of JR's hands. And he didn't dispute it. He kind of tapped on his own jersey and just said, hey, my bad, guys. But boy, telegraph pass there from Wesley Payne. Cyphers read it the entire way, but he was in between who to shovel it to. So he gives it right back, a couple turnovers, and then off the drive, it's Mickley able to finish it off. He's a lone devil in double figures with a dozen. Landon, 2 defenders on him. They'll move it. Now Schleusner outside, hesitation. Tough shot there from Hudson Stiegel. Danville a chance to regain the lead. Off the kick out, wide open look. Won't fall for Mickley. And the loose ball foul keeps it here. It's going to go against Reader for the hip. Belting right there into the back of Wesley Payne, who hit the deck, sold it well. Now Bryson Burke to trigger. Clean look from the corner, bottoms up. Devils regain the top spot. Payne, an excellent three-point shooter, 37% on the season. And now a deflection here by Mickley. Able to be collected, though, by Joshua Hillman. Flames looking to regain some confidence, and that'll certainly help. Cyphers, the teardrop. Up and over the defense. Hung one from the rafters to get himself into double figures. T.O. Butler, the freshman, trying to bring some Energizer Bunny minutes in right now for Mansfield Christian, his first minutes tonight. He'll get a touch and swing it around, cut through. Now Hillman, pocket picked. Here goes Briggs. Wallace trying to go coast to coast. Kind of forced that one up. Hillman, the junior, did a nice job there of not getting too handsy. Just bodied him up and forced a difficult shot attempt. as we're down to 35 ticks here in the third, and we're all square, 42 apiece. Had a fun contest going all night so far. If you're just joining us, Danville jumped out to a pretty nice lead, 13-ish points. Mansfield Christian battled back, made it a 5-point game at the break, and now all of a sudden, they've got it going here in this third quarter. 19 points for the Flames. They've outscored Danville by 8. Chance for one more look here for the Devils. See if they can tie it up. Wallace drains it. Third quarter comes to a close just like that. 45 on each side and just 8 minutes remaining here at the Furnace. We'll welcome you back. Money time coming up from MC.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
It's going to be Blue Devils basketball to start money time here at the Furnace. Someone's going to cash in a big win. Will it be the 7th in a row for Danville, or can Mansfield Christian come back to win their third straight? I'm Brian Skoronsky. I've got Noah Reeder now joining me. He's tracking all the numbers for you guys as we get a turnover there, and very fitting because that's exactly what you wanted to pinpoint and has been the biggest problem so far for the Blue Devils in the second half.
Yeah, 5 turnovers already. That was their 6th this half. And both teams have had a lot of turnovers, and that's what's really changed the name of the game.
See the diagonal cut there. Cyphers couldn't reach back when it needed a 9-foot arm to be able to get to that one. So giveaways, obviously, in a bit of abundance for both of these teams. You told me some strategy about how you thought Mansfield Christian might be able to win this game. What's your thoughts on the execution so far as Wallace back-to-back threes for him now?
Well, MCS has executed very, very well in that third quarter, and it's just been turnovers that really made Danville crawl back from when they were down.
Yeah, here's another one. You see Wallace. I mean, he's just a stupid, crazy good athlete as a freshman, able to sky up, pull that down, and they're going to say Josiah the last to lay a finger on it. So the Blue Devils, after consecutive Briggs-Wallace triples, all 6 of his points coming over his last 2 shots. Good hands by Schleusner coming up with it. Appreciate the insight there, Mr. Reeder. Be back with Noah at the end of the game with your post-game report. 6 minutes, 40 seconds before we get there, and another turnover here by Mansfield Christian. 5-second violation. They've got 3 giveaways already in the first 80-ish seconds here of this fourth quarter. So not the start that you'd like if you're MC, and specifically coming off that 19-point third quarter where things were really starting to get crisp. Turn and shoot. Mickley short with the attempt. Now Josiah walks it across the timeline. Double screen. Cyphers the curl to the basket. Can't handle it. Too much sauce behind that pass from Hillman. And now Briggs can't stay hot. Bit of a heat check right there. Early shot within the possession, but he is 34% from 3. So we get Weinmiller back into the mix. And it appears as we get Parker Proper back into the game that our player spotlight, Blaine Morrow, is going to be lost for the night, and we'll have to get an update on exactly what happened. He was a leading scorer with 9 points in the first half, and then right as the final whistle of the second quarter blew, as Schluster gets it right back, he just kind of ended up on his back in the middle of the floor. Josiah squaring up, looking to go right at Briggs. Now Stiegel had a chance, I think, to take one more dribble, and there was nobody there defending. Instead, it'll be an air ball, and last touched, they say, by Danville. Referees are going to change the call, and you see that they're going to get it right. Bryson Weinmiller kind of wound up and knocked it off the outstretched hand there of the Devils, who now have the basketball and a 3-point lead. Trying to find out the best way to bust this 2-3 zone. That'll help. Short corner, wide open. Parker, good sign for him as he was able to show some lift, but definitely is hobbled. Look at that little grimace on his face as he tried to turn and just could not quite get some bounce off the ground. And head coach Matt and also his dad sends him over to the sideline. He was like, I'm good, I just heard him. And Dad's like, nah. Hardly at even probably 80% as it's double tipped around. Wallace almost had his third or fourth steal. Bounce pass out of bounds. Reeder too far away from Stiegel, and it's over into the bench area there for Coach Kerry Craner's bunch. Trying to secure win number 8 so far on the season. Both of these teams 2-0 on the week, looking to close out strong on this Saturday night. Nice ball movement leads to this 3 straight away. Good look, though, for Danville, and Payne, I think more often than not, is going to knock those down. Hudson surveys, now skip pass, landed all alone, likes the view. Coach Craner is going to take a timeout. 6 total points so far in this frame, and that's all it's been is the 3 that we just saw there, plus Briggs Wallace starting off fourth quarter action with a triple of his own. As we're back to even right where we were to start money time. Great to have Misty Kelly with us here tonight on the Facebook, and 120 of you all watching together out there on our Facebook stream. Not getting any details of what's going on with our YouTube. We are live. Live chat not producing anything. Great game going here tonight, guys. It's been fun from the start. Looked like it might be a runaway victory for Danville, and instead Mansfield Christian has slowly dug themselves out of an early double-digit hole. 4:21 remaining in the game, and this thing all square. Every ensuing possession now is going to come with it just an extra bit of importance, as Hudson just a fraction behind that one, and you see that the strategy for the Flames was to come out and really hit him quick with a double team. As the lefty launches from the corner, Spalding can't hit. Cyphers with a defensive rebound. And here comes Joe into the front court, barking out some instructions. Cyphers has been great here in the second half. No assists there, but Hillman tipped right into his hands. Josiah lost it on the way up. but Landon bailed him out, so the Flames keep the possession alive, and Weinmiller able to sizzle a three at the other end of the rainbow. Huge shot here for MC to regain the lead. Hop step, no call, big collision, but we're back to even. How about that match? The other way, Spalding from the corner. He's a 44% three-point threat every time he's on the floor. Danville 42% as a team. That is such a crazy stat. And it's gotten them back into this game. Each side has really shot it well from downtown so far here in this game. As that gets tipped out of the hands of Weinmiller. Show you that last three off the setup, and could have been an offensive foul against Mickley. Would have wiped the points off the board. Siegel's got Proper on him, tipped around, and it's turned over. Wesley Payne end-to-end and fouled. Contact's coming in the back off of his drive. So he took a hard fall. Weinmiller tried to catch that with one hand and led to this. The reach in, the foul against Hillman, his third. But just the first foul on either side here in this fourth quarter. It's been pretty clean action. Parker Proper returning to the mix. Gromberg will sub out. So the junior over to the sideline. And we'll see how much of a contribution the Frosh can make. Another strong rebound taken inside by Josiah. He's been big in the lane tonight for Mansfield Christian and draws the foul as Payne. An aggressive attack. You saw the look there from Joe back over in Wesley's direction. Must have ratcheted him pretty good there on the wrist. Weinmiller just stroked his last three. Flames going 5 out right now, looking for some backdoor diagonal cuts. Try to free up some dribble space. Nothing there right now. Danville setting down, playing solid half-court defense as they'll get the switch. Parker Proper on the defensive end of things. Now on to Schleusner and out of bounds. So the Flames give it away in a big moment here, under 2 to go. Xander with probably some size 13s stepping out of bounds there right in front of some of the Flame students. MC sticking with that 2-3 pressure. So Danville is going to burn a timeout. Matt Proper sees his team with just a 1-point lead. Wants to talk things over, and he gave me a fun stat. How about 105 years of boys basketball has been played at Danville, including when Matt was a player. You want to guess how many times they've had 20-win seasons, which they're on pace for right now here in 2025-26? Only 2. So if this team can achieve that feat, they would join a very elite class for Danville. And he mentioned to me that with the success that they've been enjoying so far with football, and really, they're one of the top small school programs that we have, not just in North Central Ohio, but basically the state of Ohio. Danville has such great tradition. He said it's a little surprising to him that they haven't been able to carry that over into basketball season, as Danville has not been really known for their prowess, of course, on the hardwood. But with Matt at the helms now, they've been able to really turn this thing up. 11 wins so far in their first 13 games, and a chance to close out a big one here for win 7 consecutive, as the freshman puts up that three, just missed it, but an offensive rebound taken by Mickley keeps this possession alive as we're fading under 80 ticks to go. Danville taking their time here on this trip down the floor. On top by 1, no need to force anything, and the Flames have still 3 fouls to give. Looked like they were trying to pick one up there with the freshman. And now a foul on the floor off this baseline drive. Have the inbound coming from under the hoop here for the Blue Devils. Flames going to burn up a timeout. They've got 2 left. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Strategy going to become a big part of the equation here. And I see Adam is saying that he can't find the stream on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up. It says that we have 0 people watching, which obviously is never happens. But it's going out. So we do apologize to anybody that was trying to watch live and free on YouTube tonight. Hopefully you found us here on the Facebook stream, because it has been one heck of a game here inside of the Furnace. Back and forth. First quarter belonged to the Devils, and since then, after a 21-12 frame, we saw Mansfield Christian win each of the last 2 quarters, 14-10 in the second, 19-14 in the third quarter. We were all square coming into this final frame, and with the score being 52-51, of course, Danville enjoying just a 1-point differential right now. So look for some easy points off one of these special situations, as our Hall of Fame coach Joe Baylog always likes to call him on the out-of-bounds plays. Hillman picks up his 4th foul. Or maybe that's his 5th. No, he's gone. So that's going to be the 5th on Joshua Hillman, and he'll have to check out for the night. So Hudson Stiegel will replace him. It'll be he, JR, along with Weinmiller. And you see Cyphers coming out on the ball along with Schlusner. That's the 5 on the floor right now for the Flames, presumably to close it out. That's their 4th team foul, so the Devils will be in the bonus now moving forward. And if this does become a game that you're wanting to put kids on the free throw line, which has been not necessarily a strong suit for Danville this season, if they misfire a couple times and the Flames take the lead, Danville's only got 1 team foul right now in the 4th, so they would really have to start getting on the foul train in order to make it a free throw shooting contest in the closing seconds. See if we even get to that point. As Coach Craner's out on the floor, trying to soak up some moisture. Full court pressure being applied here by MC. Danville breaks it 3-on-3. And Proper fouled. He'll shoot free throws. Freshman in a pressure cooker situation heading to the free throw line. 61%er. This will just be his 14th attempt so far on the season. Doesn't get to the line a ton. Only about a foul shot per game. Parker with just 3 points tonight. But these would be the 2 biggest. Looking to add one more onto the Whitaker-Myers scoreboard. Can't do it. And now the Flames trailing by 2. Monster possession coming up. They'll start in the hands of Josiah, and they'll want to talk things over. Flames with one more timeout. Down by 2. The general rule of thumb in these type of situations is that you try to go for the tie if you're playing at home, usually the 3 if you're on the road. So for Coach Kerry Craner, see if that ends up weighing into his mindset here for what could be the game-tying or go-ahead possession. Roxanne Reicheld enjoying what she's seeing from the Devils. Telling him great job. Mike Byers just throwing out the thumbs up. I think he likes to play from both ends here tonight, and what's not to like? It has been a fabulous contest here to close out what's been an awesome week for each of these teams, as mentioned. 6 straight wins now for Danville. They're 2-0 on the week. Mansfield Christian as well on the strength of a win at Crestline last night by 12. And then earlier in the week, they knocked off Northwestern by 7 points. So this is their 3rd straight competition, and actually a 4th in a row if you go all the way back to last Saturday when they were at Hillsdale, where that game was just decided by a couple of scores, where it's coming down to the wire. And these are games that you love to learn from coming out on the winning end, but at the end of the season, when you get into tournament action, you always really enjoy that you've been in these spots before. We actually haven't seen Aiden Johnson on the floor tonight, so he's out there getting some big minutes as they box it up. Joe has to pick up his bounce, gets it into the hands of Landon. Back to him. Clock starting to run away from him, down to 15 as Schleusner turns, has to put up a fadeaway and gets it off the square. Huge shot. He's got 11, and Coach Proper going to take his second to last time out. Big crunch time bucket knocked down on the block. How about Josiah? Turns, a little bit of wiggle room there with Payne sliding off momentarily, and he's able to go good. Turnaround jumper off the square to knot things up at 53 apiece. There's a cheering section on both sides. You see some blue represented out in the audience here tonight inside of the furnace. Cool, small school environment, and Coach Proper said it's the first time Danville's been here in quite some time. I don't have my research done on that. Maybe ever. I don't know. Maybe they've crossed paths at some point in time, but it's been a while, evidently, since these two schools have battled on the hardwood, specifically right here on the south side of Mansfield, just off of Logan Road. And it's all going to come down to this. Danville, with 6 seconds left, a chance to just really snatch the hearts out of Mansfield Christian with a game-winning bucket. Or could we have overtime here inside of the furnace to close out the week? They'll start with Mickley, the trigger man. And normally they're the person that you got to keep an eye on trying to get the ball back. Gets it into Payne, and he's fouled immediately. Wow. What a mistake. And that's what you get when you put a player on the floor in the final seconds that hasn't played all night. Clearly a foul there on Aiden Johnson. And it puts the ball in the hands here of Wesley Payne. Air ball. Wow, the moment got to him. Not a strong foul shooter, 42% on the year. But you don't anticipate an air ball, though, from one of your seniors at the free throw line. Not in these moments. Wesley for the lead. Got it. Big shot. And Danville's going to burn a 30-second timeout. And so strategy now, it's totally different on the flip side here defensively for the Blue Devils, and I think that's exactly why the timeout was called by Coach Proper, because they still have 3 fouls to give. And with just 5 seconds, you certainly don't want to foul on a shot attempt, but you want to be able to bleed off some clock when they're just trying to initiate their offense and get their looks. So that's going to be the cat and mouse game here on this possession for Danville. He still has one more timeout left, as does MC. So a chess match from these two great coaches here down the stretch. Craner on one side, Proper on the other. And it looks like Matt's going to go with some full court pressure. The freshman T.O. Butler out there here in a big moment. And they'll get it into Schleusner, and he's going to get fouled. So 2 seconds fade away. But still 2 more fouls to give. So that's exactly what you're looking for here if you're Danville. But we'll get the final timeout taken now by the Flames. To quote the great Maximus from Gladiator, are you not entertained? Tonight's awesome game. Back and forth. See Ed Hannebarger tuning in tonight. What's up, Ed? Also Roxanne, Adam Jones, a bunch of others in the chat section tonight. Got a 60-second timeout, so if you got any more things to say about the contests, we'll read them here live over air as they come in. Just 3 seconds remaining. Danville trying to close out what would be a quality road win for them and keep their streak boiling, man. 6 in a row, looking for 7 straight. They've kind of been clubbing the competition so far during this recent streak. Outscoring their opponents by a combined about 22 points per game. I see Charlie Duncan chiming in saying 2018, the last game Danville won. They were together in the NBC together. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Charlie. Back in 2018. So, yeah, it has been 8 years since they've been opponents here inside of this gym. Get it to Schleusner and almost taken out of his hands. Quick whistle. Not a jump ball. They'll get the foul. But Danville can still do that one more time. That's their 3rd team foul. So the Flames would not be in the bonus with the next one. What's up, Noah Reeder?
For reference, the last time Danville and MCS played each other, I was in 2nd grade.
So that lets you know just how long it's been. They got the freshman wide open, tapped away. But only 0.1 ticks comes off the clock. That's the argument that Wesley Payne's trying to make. He's like, it's got to be at least a half second, right? It did go pretty quickly into the front row. And when you get that home cooking shot clock operator, I mean, that's how it's going to be. They'll get it into Joe, double team, has to force it up, and that is going to do it here. Tough shot. We'll show it to you one more time in this entire play as it boiled down. Schleusner over the double team off the back of the backboard. And Danville closes out the victory to keep their streak intact. 54-53, your final score here from the Furnace. Great effort from each team here tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, you're going to hear from the most valuable player of the game. We got a few options for you guys, so let me hear from you, Danville Nation. Blue Devil fans, who do you want to see join me for the post-game interview as they line up for a group prayer before they head into the locker rooms? I will certainly take all of your guys' comments into account. I think Mickley was the leading scorer for Danville tonight with 13. The go-ahead point from Wesley Payne at the line. We'll talk to him about that. Several options. Drop me a comment. Let me know. We'll be back with your post-game report and MVP interview.
Feel like I should go. Feel like I should.
I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
What are we doing? Blue 41, hut. Jory, I said you have to use your back. You back up into him, then you open up the lane. It's a new technique that we're using.
Yes, coach. Do it again. Ain't no way I'm doing that again.
Berardi, get in here and show them how it's done.
Yes, coach.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story. And those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
We welcome you back to the Furnace for your Central Star Home Health post-game show. Awesome contest here tonight to close out the week. Danville with a 1-point victory over Mansfield Christian, holding off a last-second shot attempt to leave here tonight with a 7 consecutive game win streak. I am Brian Skronsky, Noah Reeder joining me, and this was a really fun game to be a part of. Both teams really played well, back and forth. What do you think ended up putting Danville over top at the end?
I think it was MCS's turnovers that lost it for them. If they could really dial back that number, that would allow them to get over top and win this game.
Show you that number is 24, so 8 more turnovers than their counterparts. Flames, though, with a 26-16 rebound margin. They also shot it well from long range, got them into the game again after they fell behind, so the 9 made 3-pointers really made a big difference for them. But no Blaine Morrow in the second half, obviously that kind of changed things.
Yeah, obviously losing a player with that much influence is always hurts the team, but you know, you got to work around that.
So there is the game by the numbers. Looks like we've got our game MVP with us now, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back. You'll hear from Aiden Mickley next.
At Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, we believe successful financial planning comes with your complete understanding as a client. That's why our financial advisors are passionate about our core value of having the heart of a teacher. When you have complete and total understanding of your financial picture and your financial future, you have more confidence as a client.
We are back now with your player of the game presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Aiden Mickley helping Danville continue their win streak to 7 in a row. So let's start there and just the winning vibes that are going down in Blue Devil country right now, and just talk to me about just kind of the way that the team is going and why you think you guys have been able to find victory more often than not.
Yeah, I mean, we started off the season pretty strong, couple wins, and we really started clicking. You know, once we started winning, then it's a lot easier to start winning or to keep winning once you actually win. You know, last year we didn't have that luck that we had this year.
So it feels like you got the ball rolling right now, and it's starting to pick up some steam. Sure. You haven't played in a lot of close games, though, during this win streak, a lot of blowouts. So to get one of these competitions where it literally comes down to the last second, last shot, what was this like for you and your guys to be a part of this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't pretty, but, I mean, a win's a win. We had to do what we had to do to get the job done.
A lot of versatility on this team. It seems like it's kind of a positionless squad when you guys are on the offensive end. Give me some insight as what you feel like your role is on offense with this team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm typically more of a driver, but, you know, recently I've been shooting the ball decently. So, I mean, I just keep shooting, and sometimes it goes in.
It's always nice when that's the case, but you guys have been doing that a ton from three-point range this year. Over 40% as a team. That's a crazy number for being this deep into the season. How big has it been for you guys to just shoot it so well from downtown?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. You having that extra point, three-pointer's better than two. So, and I mean, our coach always says that once you get past that certain percentage, you gotta get your bang for your buck. So.
Guys have certainly been doing that so far. I know that you guys are heading to Cardington coming up next week, and obviously a huge rematch on the way with Fredericktown. So to be right there, just one game back in the KMAC race at this point in the season, how much fun has this been to start off this way and know that everything is still in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great, man. The environment, the fans coming out, supporting us, it's been awesome.
Well, looking forward to seeing how you guys continue to compete and try to get yourself at least a piece of that KMAC championship. If not, maybe get the whole thing, man. So Aiden Mickley, our MVP tonight. Who do you want to shout out?
I'll shout out my coach, my fellow teammates, my parents, and my sister.
All right, good stuff, man. Keep the good times going. Your MVP presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Our post-game show continues. Thanks to our friends at Central Star Home Health as you're back here inside of the Furnace 1-point game. We just showed you the breakdown by the numbers in terms of the stats. Here's how it went quarter by quarter. The fourth kind of, you know, came to a bit of a slowdown, and the pace really got taken away there as these teams grinded it out at the end, Noah Reeder. So as we look at the beginning of the game versus the end of the game for Mansfield Christian, just give me kind of your final thoughts on what we saw from the Flames here tonight. Slow start, they get back into it and just come up 1 point short here at home.
Yeah, obviously the standout there is that first quarter with the Blue Devils coming out hot. And that's really, that first quarter was just really what got those first 4 minutes, really. I mean, obviously you see the impact that it had throughout the game, but a high point for MCS is they didn't let it get them down, and they fought back, especially in that third quarter there. But just, it's a tough loss.
Yeah, certainly. They'll try to bounce back next week. Back here at home, a game that we'll have live and free for you against St. Peter's. What can you tell me about that rivalry? What does it mean at this school anytime you see the Spartans coming to town?
Oh, man. It's always a wild ride. Every season. I look forward to it. I know everyone here at MCS looks forward to it. I think it's going to be a great game. Obviously, a terrific matchup last time.
And here's what you have to look forward to on the OH Report. Here's our boys' games. We do have 2 of them for you guys tomorrow. Some Division II teams. Big Walnut, Perrysburg, Westerville North takes on Cincinnati Aiken, the defending state champions in Division II, versus a state runner-up in Division III. And then coming up on Tuesday, 3 boys games will be in the WCAL back at Big Walnut for that awesome rivalry against Delaware Hayes. And then Northmore is at East Knox before we get you into the weekend. Calvert at St. Paul, and then Cary against Upper Sandusky. For the ladies, we will have an MLK Day presentation. Purcell Marion, the 4-time defending state champions, will be at Big Walnut to take on Sidney Mobley, and the Golden Eagles will be back here at Mansfield Christian. They're taking on River Valley on Tuesday. Wednesday night, a couple of girls' games, both within the KMAC, and then we get you into the weekend with that Westerville South at Big Walnut game. That is huge for the OCC Capital. Probably decides the winner if you break down the standings, and then we'll close things out with East Knox against Mount Gilead. That's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. Good stuff, Noah Reeder. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that you got some Buffalo Wild Wings to go dive into with you and your friends. So do you want to give any shout-outs before I turn you loose?
Well, my father's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to my dad.
Shout out, Pops.
And then obviously my girlfriend and my brother, J.R. Reeder. Terrific game by him today. My other non-blood related brother, Hunter Ray Hall. You can see him at Clear Fork at baseball. And then the rest of the MCS baseball team. Love those guys.
There you have it. Nice shout-outs here from Noah. I want to shout you out, the fans, for tuning in, and also our generous sponsors for bringing you the coverage live and free. You saw them cycling through the bottom line here tonight. For Noah, I'm Brian Skoronsky, and our camera lady / VP, Jory Hollenbeck. Want to wish you a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday night. We'll be back at it tomorrow with more high school hoops. But for now, for tonight, we're out of here. So long, everyone.